you so much for everybody coming to the Grey Matter ISV Partner Day 2019. Great to see so many of you here with us today. Just want to very quickly thank our sponsors that have enabled us to put on such a big event today with all different tracks. Make sure that you do go and say hi to them if you haven't managed to do already. The sponsors that are here are companies we feel are already working really closely with many of our partners, and so they're not just here to help us put on the event. They should be able to hopefully add some value to your business. So speaking of which, it's so great for us to have the opportunity to get so many of you here in one room, at least across the different tracks, to have different discussions. So not only are the tracks there to enable you, to teach you about, hopefully, Microsoft best practice and across the different areas that you've chosen to go to, but I really hope that you all get to speak to each other as well, find out what your businesses are doing. Certainly a lot of the biggest benefits that we see across our partner network is where you guys all work together to overcome common challenges. And so I really hope to hear in conversations later on how you've managed to do that today. So yeah, don't be shy, speak to each other, and make sure that you get the biggest benefit you can out of today. And so, yeah, there are some really great examples that we've got of that working. So we've got companies here today like SignerX, like Tutor Pro. They've got really innovative solutions that are there. And please, speak to these guys and find out how they can help you in your business. There's also Intel Software that have kindly come along today as well. And although they're not delivering a session, what they are able to offer is, if you're looking at high-end performance within Azure, so whether that's AI or HPC workloads, if you're really looking at performance, how they can help get you that performance out of those Azure SKUs and pay less for it, which is obviously part of the plan. So, changing business. Our business has certainly changed a lot since 1983 when we started out, as I'm sure that lots of your businesses have as well. And I just wanted to give you a really quick update before we get onto the main speakers about some changes that have happened within Grey Matter that perhaps not all of you are aware of. So many years ago now, we put in place our Cloud Know-How Services team. And if you guys haven't got to speak to them yet, a number of them are here today. If you just give us a quick wave, whereas Dan at the moment over there, the other guys are preparing for the sessions. So they're here to, and they're in place to give you best of breed advice, to help you get the most out of the Microsoft Cloud platform. So please, make sure you pick their brains. It's not just about licensing with Grey Matter anymore. We've got these specialists that are there for you to use. So whether it's training that you need within your teams or other services, please make sure that you use them. And when we talk about new services, so today you're going to hear a lot about AI and how that can benefit you, and I won't speak a lot about that now because there are a lot more knowledgeable people like Lee that's going to follow up here in a moment to talk about that. But every once in a while, every couple of years, we see a technology that comes through. And so a number of years ago, that was for us mapping and location analytics that we saw could be of benefit to all of our customers and how they're going to use that within their applications or within their services. Then there was Power BI and BI for how you could utilize that data platform. And those opportunities are still there, and that's still growing. But now with AI, I challenge all of you to think, if you're not already, about how you can make use of it in your service or in your application to really move your business forward and make you super competitive. With regards to our business changing, we've also had to wanted to invest in IP as well to make sure that the value that we're offering out to you as our partners is best of breed. And again, we're there. So any of you that haven't seen the GM Cirrus View platform yet, there is a session in I think it's the Modern Commerce session later on where this will be demonstrated. If you're not in that session, please speak to one of the guys or give us a call afterwards and ask for a demo. So this is, in a nutshell, enabling any of you that are using Azure via CSP, real analytics within that, and able to give you proper cost control and optimization. So going back to the way that businesses have changed. So we've got a number of people here from Microsoft today. Can you just give us all a wave? Anybody from Microsoft? There we go. So if you spot them, yeah, those are the guys that can help you sell your services and your tools and get it to market. So we're really lucky to work with Microsoft, who are so partner-led, and that goes for us as Grey Matter, but also for all of you guys as well. They are, I'm sure lots of you have seen Satya's presentations about partner and how they're committed to that. I think this year we've really seen a number of changes as well with regards to their approach and how they can help you. So roughly it's been split through in 3 different parts. So build with, and this goes for both Microsoft and Grey Matter. So we're all here to help you get the most out of your application. So whether that's helping with best practices around security or performance, they have technical people that are kindly presenting here today, and we can put you in touch with as well, as do we in the Cloud Know-How team. So again, that's all resource that's there for you as Microsoft partners to be able to use. Then there's the go-to-market team as well. So it's not just about building your application, it's then, or your service, it's then how are you going to sell that? What are the best practices out there today? How can you change your business to make the most of that? And again, both teams have got resource to help you with that. And so please, there we go, sorry. Fire test? No, that's all right, we're fine. So please speak to your Grey Matter partner manager or one of the guys that are here today. Anybody spot who's here from Grey Matter today, by the way? Can we tell? Yeah, everybody in these T-shirts, we all got made to wear them, right? So you can see them all along there. Please make sure you have a chat with them. And then selling with as well. So there are a number of ways that both Grey Matter, through our platforms and through our sales teams, and Microsoft, through their sales teams and their platforms, can help you. And so something you'll, again, be hearing a lot about is if you've got an application that you want to sell, there's the Azure Marketplace, there are copious other marketplaces that I can't remember the names of, that we can get your products listed on to help you sell as well, to help you go global and really make the most of the market opportunity that's out there. So really, again, just please have conversations with the guys and you'll be able to work out what is best for your individual company with regards to helping you grow and move forward. So on top of all the sessions that you've got in the schedule today, that hopefully you've all had a look at this, hopefully you all know where you're going in a minute. Many of you will be staying in here. But there is a Women in Technology session that's running in here at 12:05, so you've got time to go and grab some food, bring it back in here. This session isn't just for women to attend, it's also for any of you business leaders that want to know how you can encourage more women into your organisation, how you can achieve success by having a more balanced workplace. So, yes. As I said, on the sessions, the next session in here is Accelerate Delivery of DevOps after Lee's keynote. So you're staying here for that, and I'll come up and remind those of you after this that are going to the business session that we'll through the doors at the end. So that's enough for me. I'm now going to pass over to Lee Corbett from Microsoft, who will talk to you about AI. Thank you.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name's Lee Corbett. I run the partner recruit team at Microsoft. So this morning's 25-minute presentation I'm going to give is about the one subject that can give Brexit a run for its money in terms of the airtime it's given. So firstly, thank you to the Grey Matter team for inviting me along today. I've called the presentation AI, the new cloud horizon. But AI is not something new. We've been using AI-like technologies for some time now, whether it's been removing spam from your email or agreeing or recommending the next best purchase from your favourite e-commerce site of choice. In the interest of the theme of today's event is all around learning, innovation, and growth. And there are 3 things I'm going to talk to you around AI. So the first thing I'm going to talk to you about is what is the AI opportunity and why you should accelerate your journey to that. The second thing is what's Microsoft's approach to AI. And then the third thing is how Microsoft can help you on that journey. So I believe you can keep things really simple. So the definition I use around AI is this one here. It's the simulation of human intelligence processes by machines. Now, given there's probably 120 people in this room today, you've all probably got different definitions that you use. But if we say that that's the definition, just by show of hands, can you tell me who is currently experimenting with AI technology today? So if you just stick your hands up if you are. Okay, it's about 10%. And who's actually in a formal development process? And who's in production today? Wow. Okay, so at Microsoft, we think actually AI has hit the mainstream. And there's been a tsunami of press, articles, and social media about AI today, from how it's going to affect the UK GDP numbers, to how it's going to transform customers, how it's going to revolutionize industries, how it's going to create millions of jobs, but also how it's going to remove jobs. And the reason why there's such a disparate view of AI is because of three things. There's an argument about what AI can do today, what it could do in the future, and actually what it should do. And we're going to explore some of those subjects in the presentation. So I'm just going to lay out why I think you should start your AI journey today. And the most easiest and obvious way of doing that is looking for some of the market signals that we've got. Now, today, I think was probably about 5% of the audience that suggested they're already in production on AI. But actually, if you look over the last few years, and you take research papers as just an obvious starting point for any new technology, there's been a significant uptake since 2010 on AI research papers. The result of that is a bunch of new AI patents and new innovations hitting the market. The second thing we're seeing is job vacancies. There's been an increase in job vacancies to the point now where job vacancies outstrip the number of candidates. And we have significant skill shortage in the UK marketplace today related to AI. The third thing is around AI mention in the US Congress and UK Parliament. Now, I think this is reflective of the potential of AI. It has both a wider societal impact and potentially a macroeconomic impact. And there's dozens of studies that talk about the impact it has. And the fourth thing, which actually brings it down to the company level, in those customers that you're probably selling to and partners that you work with, is around AI mentions in company earnings reports. Bringing it to be very specific to the industry that we all sell in today, we did some research with Companies House. Companies House told us that there were 250 new startups per month just on AI alone. So that's 250 new companies entering the market that you're selling into, selling to your customers, and irrespective of your size, your scale, there is no immunity to these new startups hitting the market. And if you take just one small chunk of the AI marketplace, and that's about chatbot platforms, one of the leading influencers in the AI space is CogX or Cognition X. Just in the chatbot platform area, they've catalogued over 700 solutions entering the market. So there's this big tsunami of new partners entering the market. So what about customer adoption? In this recent Gartner study, 14% of customers deluded themselves that there will be no impact from AI and they've got no interest in AI. So if we just put them to the side, there's 86% of customers are either deploying AI or planning to deploy AI technologies in the imminent future. And what are they doing? Well, from what we see is they're stress testing all the different technologies in all the different parts of their organization to understand which areas will benefit most from that. And there's a great article from Forbes here, which I encourage you to access later on when we sent you the slides, to really explore by industry the different areas. So why are they doing that today? Well, I see this as both a supply side and a demand side, a push and pull activity. So very clearly, the technology innovation that's happened as a result of the patents and the innovation that we've all done has resulted in a bunch of new things that enable this to happen. So there's been these big data estates now that are both internal to large corporates that you're probably selling to, but also external that are made available and easily accessible for allowing us to do AI. Clearly, the impact of cloud over the last 10 years has made it affordable, brings agility to the team, and allows them to quickly spin up the computational power to access that data and extract the insights. And then the third thing that we're seeing is the algorithms. So the algorithms around vision, speech, and language that have accelerated over the last few years enables customers to start that transformation. But equally, there's a demand from customers. And when I say customers, it could be consumers, it could be your employees, it could be the employees of your organisations you sell to, maybe partners or suppliers. They're all after a more personable experience from when you deal with them or when they deal with their customers. They want to be treated as an individual. They want you to talk to them how they like to be talked to. They want you to turn up where they are, and they want you to understand them. And we all know when we do that, whether it's your individual employee or the customer you're selling to or the consumer you're selling to, they are more engaged as an audience. The result of that is we're seeing these huge agreements come into place with Microsoft and its customers around doing large digital transformation activity powered by AI. In the last few weeks, we released a customer story around Mott MacDonald, a large civil engineering and construction company. Historically, all they cared about was cement and building bridges and building motorways. Today, we're going to market with them as a new partner that we're selling a complete powered smart infrastructure solution to our customers. So that we're transforming these industries to new ways of working. And what kind of use cases are we seeing? Well, certainly we're seeing customers adopt new business agents using chatbots, cognitive services to engage those employees, their customers, their consumers, the suppliers, and the partners in a more personable way. The second thing we're seeing, and it's probably specific to a bunch of industries, is around person, object, and activity detection. So looking for anomalies and changes of activities within a specific business process, quite evidently within manufacturing and retail. We're also seeing these AI-assisted professionals. So whether it's a healthcare worker diagnosing a disease from a MRI scan, or it's fraud detection within a financial services organisation, we're seeing a bunch of AI-assisted professionals using cognitive services and machine learning. And the fourth thing we're seeing is knowledge mining. And knowledge mining is about taking those large data lakes and data estates that these customers have got, or you may have, and drilling into the detail to extract the insights to provide better services out to customers. And then the final thing is autonomous systems. And yes, we all know about the autonomous cars, but there's drones, there's anything that's got an element of robot process automation built into it. We've got a bunch of examples in that space. And I encourage you to have a look at some examples and demos that you can quickly get access to experiment with this technology and see what's happening. And we'll leave that for you to access later on. So at Microsoft, what's our vision with regards to AI? Well, our vision is our goal is to democratize AI. It's about to empower every person and every organization to achieve more. But what does that mean? Well, that means bringing AI to every application, to every process and every person to help people innovate, to help transform industries, and to help transform society for the better. And here are some examples.
Artificial intelligence isn't coming, it's here. It's the defining technology of our time. But it's human ingenuity that makes it so powerful. Jane started losing her vision when she was 12.
California Street.
She uses Seeing AI.
I crept down the
stairs and out the door,
which enables her to read and navigate her world. Microsoft AI is helping farmers adapt to climate change.
We can use technology to help feed the world without wrecking the planet.
Enabling wildlife conservation.
The ability to use AI really democratizes science. WildMe uses images from any source to help study endangered species.
And creating new ways for people with hearing loss to communicate.
I want the exact same information that my hearing friends have.
It's more than just imitating intelligence or sounding like a human. Microsoft AI is changing every industry, from healthcare
And now you can see these finite details, the relationship with many structures.
to engineering and telecommunications.
We are using artificial intelligence to change the way we are relating to customers.
AI lets us put people first.
The Microsoft tools really enabled us to breathe digital life into an iconic brand persona.
The product that we make is not a thing in a box.
No.
Microsoft AI empowers others to create experiences and potential. This is just the beginning.
Artificial intelligence, it's just opened up this whole world.
The future we invent is a choice we make.
So some great examples there. In the UK marketplace, there are 4 key industries we see accelerating away with AI. The first one, unsurprisingly, is retail, where we've seen the transformation of that customer experience, the customer journey, irrespective of the channel that they engage, whether it's web, mobile, in the shop. That personalized experience continues throughout that journey, and there's a bunch of customers moving ahead with that. The second industry is around manufacturing, utilities and services. And in that, we're seeing the likes of VW and Daimler create that true connected car experience of the driver, the car, the performance of the car, the environment it works in, and the surroundings in the city that they're in. But equally in oil and gas, and we're seeing companies like BP, Shell, and Exxon use AI technologies to analyze the seismic data they've got to agree where the next best place they should drill for oil and gas. Something that would have took many man-hours to do before is done now through the use of AI technology. The third thing, unsurprisingly, is in financial services, where we're seeing new starter banks enter the market and use AI technology as a fundamental building block of their business, but also legacy banks changing their business processes, bringing automation through the use of AI technology. And the one that I love is healthcare, and we're seeing a true transformation happening in the healthcare sector. So whether it's using AI technologies to manage processes and activity in a cost-conscious organisation, to how it's helping assisted professionals that were in the video around diagnosis of diseases, and fundamentally changing society so that old people can still live in their home using AI technologies to see their current state at any point in time. So lots of great examples. There's tons on our website you can access to see for your specific industry. But what I thought I'd just quickly cover off is the 3 things that you could do to help start your journey today. So the first thing is you need to ensure that you've got the right data and you're solving the right business problem. A colleague of mine sent me this great example which illustrates this. Now, just bear with me as I walk through this example. And you might think, well, why am I talking about this? So in World War II, the UK Navy determined they wanted to increase the number of aeroplanes returning from runs into Europe. And the way they did that is they analysed every plane that came back, and they analysed it and identified on the aeroplane where it had been shot. And based on the areas that they were shot the most, they determined they were going to up-armour the areas in red. So sounds like common sense. When the data, this guy here, Abraham Wald, they weren't called data scientists then, they were called statisticians. And he did an analysis of it, and actually he determined you should up-armour in the areas in purple. And the reason why he determined that is actually the planes were getting shot there, but the planes that were getting shot there weren't making it back. And what the Navy didn't do is they didn't have the entire data set to make the decision that they made. And actually they solved the wrong problem in the end. Now, making a leap from a World War II bomber to your specific industry is probably going to be a big stretch. But the first thing you do to help you on that journey is download this guide. Maximising the AI Opportunity is a white paper we produced last year. It walks through the opportunity in the UK, and it walks through some of the examples that I've already talked about already, And it talks you through the journey that those individuals went on, so you can learn from the best practice of the 6 or 7 customers that are in the guide. And it's a great step to give you that baseline on which you build the business. The second thing, and to make it very personable to you, I would encourage you to access AI Business School. AI Business School was released last month. It gives bite-sized chunks that walks you through how you create your AI strategy, how you create an AI-ready culture, and there's a bunch of stuff and easy consumable videos around understanding the technology and how you can use it for your business. And by the way, all these links you'll be provided to at the end. The second thing I would encourage you to do is create an AI manifesto for how you'll use AI both ethically and responsibly. And this is really about building trust with your customers. With any new technology, the biggest challenge for it is to jump from that early minority that look at, or early adopters that look at your technology, to that big majority that you're after. And the reason is that is because of FUD. FUD is fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And through the adoption of an AI manifesto, you can overcome that and build trust with your customers. Luckily for you, last year we released the Future Computed book. The Future Computed book gives 6 principles on how you should both use and develop with AI technology. From how you make the AI system both fair and unbiased, how at its core you should build AI systems that are reliable and safe, how you should respect privacy and build security as core, and then finally around inclusiveness, so it's for everyone and not just for the few. Underpinning that are 2 core characteristics around transparency and accountability. How did you get to the decision you got to? What were the algorithms you used? What were the data sets you used? And what was the resulting output from that? And making you accountable for that. But this helps you build trust with your customers on how you've used AI technology. We believe in it so much at Microsoft, we've made it a core tenet of our UK partner pledge, along with the other areas around digital skills, apprenticeships, and diversity. And you can all access this link here and sign up to the Microsoft Partner Pledge on how you meet the standards of what Microsoft are asking for. Not only that, from that same website, you can access AI for Good. AI for Good gives both grants, money to partners and customers who want to pursue that AI, what AI should do journey that I talked about at the start. And so if you're interested in how AI can potentially impact accessibility, AI for Earth, and AI for humanitarian action, go into this link. You can access free as your credits to start projects in this space. The third thing is creating a culture of learning and experimentation. We've been on a journey ourselves at Microsoft related to learning. In fact, the whole of the UK subsidiary tomorrow is on a learning day. So every person in the organisation is spending the whole day doing learning. The result of the patents, the research papers I talked about at the start, the learning journey that we're on, is we're currently the leader in AI patents in the UK. You might think, so what? What does that mean? Well, that means we get human parity in our AI technology. So things like object recognition, speech recognition, we now have human parity as a result of that learning, that experimentation that we do. And this is technology that you can take advantage of. Equally, we have initiatives like the Open Data Initiative, where we bring together the largest software suppliers in the UK marketplace together under one initiative to help bring one data set, to help customers like Unilever have a much better customer experience and get their data and their technology ready for AI. And this is all things that you can jump on and take advantage of. What does that mean? It means we've got a rich set of technology across the portfolio. Now, I know this slide is horrendous, and probably for the people at the back, you're probably squinting to think about it. But there are 4 things I would ask you to take away from this technology stack. The one is we've got a bunch of technology that helps you both make and collect data from your IoT sensors, from your apps, from your processes that you can take advantage of. The second thing is we've got a bunch of technology that allows us to store that data. And you're thinking, so what? Well, not only store it, we're able to store it, clean it, and transform it, and get it ready for AI. And then we have our intelligence suite, which is essentially allowing you to extract the insights from that data and help you prepare yourself for AI. And the final thing is we allow you to operationalize that. We've got a bunch of technology that allows you to build it into your business processes. Drilling into that a bit more, irrespective of the role that you perform in an organization or the role that your wider team have, we have AI technology for you. So if you're a developer and you want to infuse AI into your existing apps and services, just through a simple API call, you can do that with Azure Bot Services and Azure Cognitive Services, which allows you to achieve that. And you can get access to vision, speech, and language recognition technologies to really open up your applications and services. The second thing is we've got technology like Azure Cognitive Search that allows you to drill into that data that you've got or your customers got to expand out the service that you offer and extract those insights. And the third piece for the data scientists amongst us, or the data scientists you've got within your organization, you can, for those people that want to build their own custom ML and AI, there's a bunch of technology available for you, including things like Azure Machine Learning. But the good thing about this is that it's open, it's an open framework, open tools, and you can access those. And with investments we've made in technology like Onyx with Facebook, it allows you to take that you've built once and transfer to other areas, because it's all open. So I've covered a ton of technology that we've got available to you. How do you actually make the opportunity for your teams to experiment with that? Well, one of the ways is that you can go to this link, get some free Azure credits, and start your journey today. It gives you free Azure credits, but it also gives you free services, always free. There's a bunch of them, 25 of those you can access today. To complement that, last year we released AI School, and irrespective of the role that you have, there are tailored learning paths you can follow to explore things like conversational AI, cognitive services, and machine learning. So I encourage you to take part of that. Also, the Grey Matter team have got access to free credits from Microsoft that you should also explore with them. Now, I've just talked about the start of the journey. There's obviously a long way to go from that experimentation and learning into selling that in market. And across the board, we've got resources, people, programs that will help you do that. And I would encourage you to access these. Now, a couple of things I'll just draw out. AI Partner Fast Start, everything I've just presented, the links, the connections, it's all available in there, so please access that. And then I would also encourage you to look at things like Grey Matter's Code Matters blog, which gives a ton of helpful insights as you go through that AI journey. So I've covered three things that you could do to start your journey to AI. The first thing is around getting your data ready and solving the right business problem. And there's a bunch of resources there to help do that. The second thing is build out that AI manifesto to build that trust with your customers on how you're using AI, both ethically and responsibly. And then the third thing is creating a culture for learning and experimentation. Now, there's a bunch of people here today that can help you. So there's a bunch of people from Microsoft, a bunch of people from Grey Matter. And luckily for you, the sessions this afternoon, the way Grey Matter have designed the event, is that there is a ton of deeper resources in each of the areas that I've covered off. But that's it from me. If you've got any questions, feel free to reach out to me directly. But I'll look forward to seeing you all in the breaks. Thank you.